And joining us on Talk of the Town are real estate experts from Royal LePage Locations North. We say hello to Jane Moisey and Lorraine McDonald. Great to have you on the show. Jane, let's get right into this because there's lots to talk about. You guys have some great topics, and today we're going to talk about lighting. Why is lighting such a big deal?
Because everybody wants light and airy spaces. So if you're trying to sell your home, then you want to appeal to the greatest number of people. And there is no one that doesn't like to walk into a property and say, oh, it's so bright and light in here.
You know what? I agree with you. And sometimes you're very lucky. You have a home with big windows and you've got big open spaces. But some homes like mine, it's a bit older home. There's smaller rooms, and some of those rooms are in the basement. How do you lighten up, Lorraine, a room that's already so dark?
Well, there's a couple of easy tricks to do that. One is to lighten the walls and paint. But the second great option, and we've learned this from stagers, is to increase the wattage in your light bulbs.
So you might be trying to save energy. Maybe just for the stage where you're selling your home, you just brighten her up a bit.
That's right, and lighten the shades on the lamps as well. It makes a huge difference.
Okay, so maybe take a look at what kind of lampshades you're using, and what about the types of light? Do you concerned with that? Do you stick right to incandescent? Do the fluorescent ones work?
No, fluorescent isn't great. So incandescent, yes. And and one of the other things that we see all the time is light fixtures with mismatched light bulbs. And that doesn't work either. So you make them match and increase the wattage. And back to your point about a basement, make sure that any windows you have down there are really clean and allowing in all the light possible. And probably remove the window coverings.
Remove the window coverings. So let that natural light come in. And then you also don't have to argue about leaving the window coverings in the offer. Lorraine, you mentioned paint. Some people are a bit nervous to kind of, obviously if you paint white walls, it'll be nice and bright, but won't that look a bit institutional?
It depends on the artwork and the way you've staged the space.
Okay.
Light colors right now are very on trend with all of the designers, so it makes the place look more neutral and much brighter.
Bedrooms, bathrooms tend to be smaller spaces, often not with as much windows. What do you do to help lighten them up?
You use white. White is the go-to color for bedding, for towels, to make it look more spa-like. If you go to a spa, typically the towels are all white.
Yeah, I guess, You can buy multicolored towels, but you're right, when you go to spa, they are white and thick.
That's right.
And then
white
you add a
thick.
splash of color. So white is your background palette, and then splashes of color like a little bit of greenery with a plant or a throw cushion with a bright color.
Is there something you can do in terms of windows themselves that isn't going to cost you an arm and a leg?
The key is to clean them. That is absolutely number one.
Yeah, and they're really good clean.
A really good clean. And repair any damaged screens or even remove the screens if they're blocking some of the light. Right. The other interesting thing is that you may have shrubs and greenery outside that are blocking your windows. You may want to trim those down to let in as much light as possible.
Interesting. Yeah, you might be very proud of your garden, but it might be blocking that basement window.
That's right.
Interesting. Well, this is great news. If folks want to find out more about lighting and how staging your home by improving the amount of light you have in it, they can always find you guys online, right?
That's right, janeandlorraine.ca.
Now, before you guys go, you always bring us a great real estate trivia question. Do you have one for us today?
We have two.
Okay, let's hear them.
Global economics consulting firm has come out with a report about the most expensive cities to purchase in North America.
Okay.
And Toronto and Vancouver are at the top of the list, and you would think that New York or LA would come in third. Nope.
Yeah.
What do you think it is?
I'm going to say Meaford. That's not a city. Okay, maybe not.
It's getting there, believe me.
I'm going to say Barrie.
Really? I would say, like, North America, I would say probably Miami.
Good
Nope.
answer.
All right, the
Okay,
answer.
you ready?
Yeah.
Hamilton.
Wow,
Hamilton.
Steeltown.
Yep,
Wow.
Steeltown.
Well, that's interesting. Good news for them. What's your
Yep.
next question?
Okay, research shows that more than what percentage of Canadians own their own home? You've got three options: 50%, 67%, or 25%.
Well, when in doubt, circle C. I'm taking 50%, John.
I'm taking 25.
Oh my goodness, you're both wrong.
Oh, 67%?
67% of Canadians own their own home.
Wow. No wonder real estate's so busy. Everyone's moving out and moving in. Lorraine McDonald, Jane Moisey, thank you so very much for joining us. They are our experts from Royal LePage Locations North. Really appreciate you being here on Talk of the Town.
Our pleasure. Thank you, John and John.
Yeah. Have a great day, guys.